Everyone. Actually, it's afternoon and it's on Saturday. I'm going to do a little video here of the Cascades recreational area, and I'm going to do the whole video. I'm driving up into the Cascades area right now, and I'm going to drive on up here to where you do the check-in at. And as you can see, it's $3 per car there on the sign. They're talking about raising that price. So I'm going to drive on up here to the check-in. I'm going to do a whole bunch of, I'm going to do the whole video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this real short. As you can see, it's really full up here right now. But I'm going to pull up here and I'm going to go ahead and fill out the paperwork to check in. So, and then I'm going to continue the area. As you can see, it probably holds, I'd say, close to 50 cars in here. And it's really full today. People is parked right along the edge of the road there. And there's some more parked right down there. And there's some people parked here underneath these trees. So the parking area is full. And people are parking right along the edge of the road. I've seen it a lot fuller than this, actually. But I'd say the parking area is probably for about 50 vehicles or so. Also, at times, there are big buses that come up here, and they'll bring people down from D.C. and other places. And they'll have 50 or 100 kids or people, and they're going to hike the Cascades. So a lot of times you'll see 2 or 3 tour buses there. There are people over there signing in right now to go up, to hike up. So anyway, I'm getting right ready to take and hike on up. So I'm going to start the video here in a little bit. Right up there at the very end. Well, I'll take and start the video when I get up there. Anyway, this will be another segment of this video. I'm going to try to keep these fairly short so I can do the entire parking area. And I just wanted to make a little video here. There are a bunch of picnic tables here. There's 2 here, and then over in the background there's 2 more. Right up there's another one, and then there's a few more right up there. And up there's the bathrooms right at the very edge of where you start going up to the Cascades. So anyway, you can come up here. If you get up here early, you can actually bring the family up here and have a little picnic. It's nice and shaded. Right now there's nobody picnicking over here or anything, but this is a real nice place to bring people to camp and to have a little pickup. Have a little picnic or whatever. So anyway, signing off again. The bathroom area, it's got male and female bathrooms, and this is also right at the very top of the parking area. Parking area is right down in that direction there. You can see all the cars, and right now I'm walking on up to the little kiosk that is at the trailhead here at the bottom of the trail, right before you go up to the Cascades. And I'm going to take real quick a little quick look here at the little kiosk.
Lower trail is like the scenic hike. Upper trail is the...
Again, I'm still not up to the first bridge where you cross over onto the lower trail, but I wanted to stop and tell you about this. There are a couple of people that have drowned up here when the water is real high. Also, every year, every couple of years, there are people who fall off the Cascade Falls. It's about 75 feet high, and they get up on top and walk around. It's pretty slick, and they'll fall off. There's been, over the years, there's been quite a number of deaths up there. Sometimes 1 or 2 a year, sometimes more than that, and sometimes none. But there's also, when you get up the Cascade, there's a great big pool you can swim, but it's dangerous if the water is really, really, really high. So yeah, we're at what's called the lower bridge now. You can look over there and take a look at that. And here's a little sign here. You should be able to read that. It says Cascade Trail 2 miles. It's 2 miles up there. At this bridge here, you got a choice. You can either stay and go straight on up, or you can go across the bridge and take what's called the lower trail, which stays down along the creek and has a lot of rock steps in it, and it's very, very scenic along there. Or you can stay on the upper trail, and that's a straight shot up to the Cascades, but it runs above the creek up on the side of the hill. So this is the creek itself. It's got native brook trout in it. Now, I've been fishing up here quite a few times and have caught a couple of those. Anyway, there's some folks headed up. So anyway, I'm going to talk to them. Check a few minutes up the trail from the lower bridge, and started this again. I wanted you to see some of the rock steps. There's a lot of rock steps between here and the Cascades. So anyway, this is the lower trail, and these are some of the rock steps. There's a very big rock. You can see my hiking sticks are leaned up against it. And there's a trail headed back down, and once again there's a creek right down there. So cutting this off again for now. Started up here in a little bit. Thanks. I am still on the Cascades Trail. I have not made it up to the second bridge yet. This is one of the sights you'll see along the way. This is actually a old boiler for a logging operation that was up here close to 100 years ago or so. And it's cast iron. It's really, really heavy. And one of the reasons why they left it when they finished logging here is that they didn't want to carry this thing out. You can see that's the place right there where they put the wood in, and it heated up, and it drove a motor. There's a pipe where the steam would come out, and you can see there down underneath how they've got it jacked up. There's part of it there in the ground. So this thing probably weighs close to 4,000 or 5,000 pounds. This is actual exhaust here where the would let some of the smoke and out, and it would heat the water. I suppose what happened was the middle part here was the water tank where they had the water in here, and over there was the boiler where they put the wood in, and it would heat the water up, and this thing would build up pressure, and it would drive the saws. So that's the way they they cut the timber to cut the wood when they got the timbers down here to it. But this is one of the sites you see. It's along the lower trail on the way up to the Cascades. A big old steam boiler from the logging days of yesteryear. And over there is a little bench. You see those little benches all up and down the trail here, where if you're having problems you can stop and rest. But anyway, signing off now. Going to be doing this again Falls. I've hiked up the lower trail and I'm at the falls. As you can see, there's one heck of a whole lot of people up there. I'm just getting right up to it, but I figured I'd take a quick video before I got right up on top of it. This is what you see when you hike up the lower trail when you first see the falls through the trees. So anyway, I'm going to take another video here in a little bit. Here I am at the base of the falls. You can probably not hear me because of the sound of the falls, but here I am right at the base. There are people who go up there and sit on the very edge. Very dangerous thing to do. It's slick on those rocks and they slide off or accidentally get off and they hit these other rocks as you see down here. Falls are like kind of like a cascade. They come up there and hit a set of rocks and then they come down and hit another set of rocks. Here's some guys over here walking along the edge of the cliff, and there's some other people over there, and there's people over here swimming and talking. A lot of people out in the water, a lot of people down there. Now once you get here, that's the lower trail right there underneath those trees. You can take those steps right there and hike up to the upper trail, and it's a straight shot back to the parking lot, and that's what I'm going to do here in a little bit. Here's some people over here that hiked over. So anyway, go ahead and go on through, guys. So people are up here just swimming and having fun. Heat index today is like 105, but it sure is beautiful and nice right here at these falls. It's really cool here, really nice. So anyway, that's it. I may take another one at the parking lot if I have any extra time on this video. But anyway, thanks a lot. If I have any more time, I'll put a little bit more on here. If not, if you like the video, please subscribe. Thanks. I appreciate it. You folks have a nice day. This is Cascades. There's the falls. I'm actually on the stairs leading out of here, and if you come up these stairs, you can hike up to the upper trail, and then you can go straight back to the parking lot. You don't have to go through all those rock steps and everything. It's a lot quicker and a lot straighter, so it's a fast way to get back once you're up here. But once again, I'm looking down on the Cascades. A lot of people up here today. It's like, I think the heat index is like 104. I'm sure it's in the 90s, probably around 95, something like that. So you see some folks down there. There's been a lot of people over around the falls, and there's still a lot of people down there. Some people here starting to come up the stairs to head back. So anyway, signing off for now. Hope you